Makes or sharpens a blade differently, so I'm going to show how I sharpen a blade. The first thing I do is wire wheel the bolt to keep it clean, and I usually put a little grease on the threads as well when I'm installing it. So this blade's in a bit of a rough condition, a little tiny bit bent, but that's okay. And I'll clean this blade up and then sharpen it, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. What I do is I use my diamond blade grinder, and I simply just grind off all of the debris on both sides of the blade and make it nice and clean. And you know, I'll poke out the holes as well. And you can see the side needs to be done. You get layers of grass on there that get quite thick, so it's really good to take all that off, and then you get a proper balanced blade. So, okay, I'll finish that up. Blade's all cleaned up, and I'm going to sharpen it now. So the first thing I do is I look at that edge, and it's pretty rough, so I want to take it down onto the grinder on a flat basis, get it all in one smooth flow. So you can see that edge now is quite thick at this end and thinner at this end. So when we put a edge on there, we need to take off more on that end. And this is the other side before I've taken that edge off. So I'm going to put it flat to the grinder and make this all smooth next, and then I'll put my edge on it, just like this. So I match the angle to the grinder like that. Okay. On the balancer, it's pretty well balanced. I didn't have to do anything extra for it. So it's all sharpened, cleaned, balanced, and there's my edge on there, and I just do that on the grinder. The bench grinder, not a hand grinder. So it comes out pretty good. It's a lot easier on a straight blade rather than a mulching blade. And I keep a pretty fine edge on there. Okay, and then the other side is pretty much the same. Let's spin it around actually. And this is the other side. And I don't think this blade is bent, but it does have an equal bend on both sides right there. So it looks okay to me. And that's it. The blade, make sure that your spark plug is always disconnected. Safety first. And take a look at your blade adapter. Make sure it's perfect. And sometimes that could be sheared right off, and you have to replace that whole assembly there. When you put on your blade, make sure that it goes the right way. You want your sharp edge down to the ground and the wingtip up towards the mower. So I'll just get that on. And there's my bolt. I got a bit of grease on the edge there. And the grease just helps it go into the threads just a little bit tighter than it would normally. So I'll put that in. And then I usually hand tighten that bolt and make sure it's on that blade adapter properly before I tighten it down. And I use a air ratchet to tighten it down. Okay, that's it.